Network. This is Montana This Morning from Montana's news leader.
Good morning. Thanks for kicking off your work week with us here. I'm Justine Stewart.
And I'm Louis Stewart. Hope you all are having a great start to your Monday. I can't believe it's already Thanksgiving week, Justine.
I know. I was just thinking most people probably have a shortened work week, so that's the good news for a lot of folks.
Oh, I know. It's so nice. You got that Thanksgiving holiday coming up, and whatever plans you may have, plan on it being a wet week, all right? It's going to be wet out there, but it's going to be mild. We're talking about temperatures lower, even middle 50s as we get into Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, so it's going to be mild, but it is going to be wet. It's wet today as well. If you look outside around Missoula, you see some light rain falling. Expect that sort of activity pretty much throughout the day. Rain showers, high elevation snow showers for today. Now, more active weather ahead. We are going to see rain showers through Wednesday. And then as far as the week goes, like I talked about, it's going to be a mild week with temperatures in the 50s Wednesday and Thursday. And then on Thursday, Thanksgiving, it looks like we're also going to have a dry day. So if you do have plans on Thanksgiving, it looks like it's going to be dry. We are going to be seeing rain showers up until then. And we'll get into all that as we roll throughout the morning here. A quick look at your Monday forecast. 44 in Missoula, 42 in Kalispell, 43 Hamilton, 42 for a high in Polson.
Thousands of Montana children are in limbo called foster care. It's a system that kids enter afraid and alone, often turning 18 without finding a permanent home. That heartbreaking reality is known as aging out, and today 3,900 Montana kids are in foster care with nearly 500 of them awaiting adoption. MTN's Asia Gore takes us for a walk in their shoes to show us the challenges foster kids face now and later.
My life today is basically just taking care of that little one and raising him to have a good life that I never had.
Jasmine McCrae is a 21-year-old single mother. Her baby, King, is her pride and joy. Jasmine wants to be the mother she never had.
She had a terrible drinking issue, and she just snapped one night, and I ended up cutting off all my hair with a butcher knife. My brother ran in the snow in just his pajamas to go get help. I do have a big scar on my head.
That was the breaking point, the moment Jasmine and her 8 siblings were removed. She was just 13. Jasmine entered Montana's foster care system and lived with 5 different families over the next 5 years.
I've been to Laurel, I've been to Senior, Skyview, and West.
Before she graduated from any of those schools, Jasmine emancipated herself and dropped out. Nearly 300 miles away in Glasgow, Jimmy Walker was removed from her home after Child Protective Services learned her mother was an alcoholic and her boyfriend a sex offender.
She would blame me for her financial problems because they took my part of the Social Security away.
Walker's father died when she was an infant, so she was placed with a foster family in Livingston, where she lived through 4 years of high school. Unlike Jasmine, Jimmy was not forced to move, but she too was never adopted. This year, as Jimmy weighed whether to go off to college or return to her mother, the decision was made for her.
Out of the blue, she just passes away, and I'm left alone up here with no one.
To cope, Jimmy is focusing on her classes at Montana State University in Bozeman, where she earned 2 scholarships.
I want to succeed, I want to do good, so my life doesn't suck anymore.
Jasmine and Jimmy entered the same system and left on 2 different paths. State data shows 65 Montana kids aged out just last year. Many are now in jail, on government assistance, even homeless. Suzanne Braun with Child and Family Services says a lack of foster parents and high caseloads for social workers keeps kids in limbo.
Best practice would be in the lower 20s. So our workers are carrying double that.
To help bridge the gap, programs like Chafee offer career guidance and life skills.
Early on, I really pushed education and learned really quickly that these kids don't grow up in homes where they're required to go to school, and that's not made important. I had to learn really early on that they didn't want to continue on in education, that wasn't a failure, that there's lots of ways to be out in the world and be successful.
Chafee Director Stephanie Marquis says employment, housing, and parenting are all forms of success. She's mentored hundreds of kids in the Yellowstone County program. Only 2 graduated college.
Their mental health gets in the way of all of this. So they have a lot of grief and a lot of trauma that they face that normal kids just don't have to go through.
Tumbleweed crisis counselor Rebecca Perfect answers calls from teens in their darkest hour.
I've had numerous calls of just, is there a place that I can stay tonight? A lot of the homeless teens that are just needing a warm place to stay.
Perfect brings personal experience to the conversation. She was in foster care, shuffled through 5 different homes in just over a year.
It's just feeling alone and not belonging to any family. No one's going to understand you.
Perfect did not age out. She was returned to her mother. And Braun says that's the goal, reunification. But for many kids, home is too dangerous.
Entering the foster care system should be an experience for them that reaches out and embraces them and wraps around them to get them the services that they need. But it also can come with a different set of trauma for children as well.
As they navigate adulthood, it's not without the trauma they experienced as children. Jasmine and Jimmy tell me they want a system of care redesigned with kids in mind, one that offers options and gives foster kids a voice. In Billings, I'm Asia Gore, MTN News.
Neglect, abuse, and exposure to illegal substances are the most common reasons children are placed in foster care here in Montana. And it is the season of giving, and turkeys flying off the shelves at the Missoula Food Bank. The Missoula Food Bank began their annual turkey distribution. The food bank was able to purchase 1,600 turkeys and had hundreds donated from other organizations. In fact, 500 more donated in just a single day over the weekend. In years past, this event has taken place at the fairgrounds, but with the new facility, it's now possible for them to do it right here in their very own parking lot. The families they serve leave with a bag full of everything they need to have a traditional and memorable Thanksgiving meal.
It takes a community that cares. It takes a community that makes sure that if you want a traditional Thanksgiving meal, you can have one. And that's the way that we in Missoula take care of our neighbors. We at Missoula Food Bank are just thrilled at the response that we've seen.
The food pantries from Darby, Hamilton, Stevensville, and Superior will be collecting their turkeys today. An inspiring Missoula musician made her national television debut last night on the American Music Awards. 18-year-old Maris is one of 3 American Idol finalists trying to make it onto the show. Take a listen to this Missoula native.
Fool that I am for falling in love with you. And
her mom says this all started when Maris was invited to a private audition in New York City in October, and then they invited her back to audition in front of Luke Bryan, Lionel Richie, and Katy Perry. Luke Bryan voted yes, the other 2 no, which would normally mean Maris wouldn't make it on the show, but each judge gets to invite someone back they think should have another chance, and sure enough, she was picked. Now Maris is competing against 2 other singers and is relying on the country's vote to push her through to the next round. To vote, go to americanidol.com/vote. The winner will be announced today on Dancing with the Stars. All right, it is 6:08. That means it's time for your weather on the 8s.
All right, thank you, Justine. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a great start to your day. Let's take a look outside at one of the pictures sent in to us yesterday. This is up near East Forks. Got some bighorn sheep over there out enjoying the beautiful weekend that we saw. A little bit cool, some snow on the ground. Thank you so much for this great picture. We got a lot of pictures sent in to us over the weekend. We'll continue to take a look at those as we roll throughout the morning here. A quick look at your temperatures, 30s and 40s this morning. So overall, not a bad start to the day. 43 in Hamilton, 37 Phillipsburg, 32 Seeley Lake, 40 here in Kalispell. We're at 36 Thompson Falls, 32 waking up this morning in St. Regis. So yes, we still do have those rain showers and high elevation snow showers moving through the area. Some light rain around Missoula, some light rain around Hamilton. And then I'll zoom in a little bit closer because notice right here along the Montana and Idaho border, where's Highway 12? Here's 12. So you go over Lolo Pass there. Again, we are starting to see those snow-covered roadways. So give yourself extra time over those mountain passes along the border. Like I mentioned, anywhere from 4 to 8 inches of snow possible as we move throughout the day today. So a quick look at those passes. We have snow and ice over Lost Trail Pass, Lolo Pass snow covered, Lookout Pass, snow and ice, change required. Now as you head over towards the divide, McDonald's Pass is actually dry. So we're seeing that system more to the west. We aren't seeing any really travel conditions or difficulties as you head over to the divide there. And then Marias Pass, just seeing some scattered snow and ice this morning. This is what it looks like over Lolo Pass. You can see it's starting to fog up the camera there as we got some snow hitting the camera. You can see those snow-covered roadways there in the background as well. This is our hour-by-hour forecast, so this is what we can expect for Kalispell today. Notice we're actually going to be pretty mild, going to make it up into the 40s by 4 p.m. at 44. We are going to keep a chance of rain pretty much throughout the morning and afternoon, and then we'll start to clear it out as we get into the evening time. And we look at that temperature around 8 p.m. Again, around 8 a.m., 41 for Hamilton. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast. Again, showers pretty much throughout the afternoon, and then we'll start to get a little bit clearing by this evening. Here's your 7-day forecast for Missoula. Rain showers in the forecast through Wednesday. Looks like we're going to dry it out by Thursday. How about 51 for a high? They're going to bring in some more showers by Friday. Kalispell and in northwestern Montana, we're going to see showers pretty much throughout the entire week. Known as 51 though on Thanksgiving. Hamilton, we're going to see temperatures in the 40s with rain showers through Wednesday. 50s Wednesday and Thursday, dry on Thanksgiving. Then going to bring back some more rain by Friday.
So much warmer this week.
It's going to be really well above average. On Thursday, I was even looking at some areas like the valleys in southwestern Montana could get close to that 60-degree mark. We could be flirting with some record-breaking temperatures on Thanksgiving as this warm air continues to roll through.
All right, well, thanks, Lewis, and stick around. We're right back after this. But first, here's some birthday shout-outs for you this morning.